Alright, so here's our crate for the blue. I went ahead and put my sheet in there because you already know what I said earlier. And let me get the blue yarn. Okay, let me show you the lint brush from the black. Not bad when we talk about all that skein of yarn we did. Okay, so I'm going to clean it off so we can get ready for the blue. Alright, we have a clean roll. Should we need it? Let's get started on our beautiful blue. That baby blue. So I'm slowing down a little bit just so I can see if this yarn fluffs up better than it looks. Because I don't like that raggy look, but again, it has been shipped from overseas. But it just looks really thin and raggedy, if you want me to be honest with you. So I'm fluffing it a little bit slower. To see if there's a difference. All right, moving a little faster. All right, it does fluff up a little bit more. But again, I believe in keeping it real. It's not to my satisfaction. And you guys already know the yarn I use. And you know which is my favorite. But I am being fair. I am being fair. You can look at this yarn and determine if I'm not being fair or not. But before I give it a final verdict, I would actually like to work on the project. And I'll get that started tomorrow morning. Early tomorrow morning. So I'm going to go to bed early. And I know it's late. It's 10:55. So I know some people are going to say it's already late. Well, late for me is when I get in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. Which is usually my nights, my work nights. So I will get to go to bed early since I am on vacation for my day-to-day job. All right, I just realized I've got a lot of blue, more blue than the black that I need to fluff. So I'm going to save some space on my phone for recording, and I'll come back once I've gotten all of the blue fluff so you guys can see it. How about that? That'll save me some space on my phone. So let me finish this one right quick. Then I'm going to pause that video. When I come back, it's going to be like magic. All that blue is going to be fluffed, and we'll be ready to call it a night and get ready for this project in the morning. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful for sure. Ooh. I don't know, guys. All right, you know what? Before I pause, let me do this one because this skein right here doesn't look good at all. And I want to fluff it and see if it's just a matter of it needing to be fluffed, because I don't like the way that looks. I don't know, guys. Take a look at this. Take a look. It's like almost an entire side of the yarn is missing, but let's fluff it up and see what happens. Maybe the reason why I'm not putting this yarn in the bucket is because I'm going to run it through this fluffer one more time. And if it doesn't do right, then we're going to reach out to the seller. I hate that because I'm not one to complain, but I still have hope. Hold on. Just hold on. All right, guys, I want to pause. I want to show you how fluffier it is at this moment. And this is the second time I've ran it through, and we're doing it third time. Definitely fluffier and much prettier, not as raggedy looking as we started off. But again, that's with 2 fluffings. And the yarn, honestly, is just really thin in comparison to my Bernat, even Cozy Faux and Hobby Lobby. So while it's fluffing up after 2 rounds, right now I'm not sold on it because I still see thin pieces. Yeah, I still see thin pieces that I should not be seeing. And those thin pieces look like one side of the yarn is actually missing. But again, before I completely close the door on this company, and mind you, it's a overseas company that provides the yarn to an in-state small business. And I'm not going to make a final decision until I actually work with the yarn, because as a small business owner, I know how that can hurt. So no prejudging just yet until I actually work with the yarn. Or I should say no final decision, because I am judging based off of what I'm experiencing at this moment. I'm not disappointed, I can tell you that. I'm not disappointed, but I'm not wowed, where I can say, yep, I'm going to stop my local purchases, my Amazon purchasing, and I'm going to switch over to this. I'm not there. All right, I'm going to pause. I know I said that a little bit ago, but then I unraveled the last yarn. I saw something, I thought I better do it in front of you all so I could be honest and transparent, and I'd never pause. But I am going to pause this video right now and get through. I think I've got 5 more to go. I'm going to get through them, and then when I come back, I'll give you guys an update and show you the bin. Okay? So stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, guys, come on back in. I want to show you the blue, and then I want to give you a transparent update. Let me clear this. So we definitely had lots of shedding on that blue, just like what I imagined with those thin pieces of yarn. However, it did fluff beautifully. It did. I want to show it to you. Look at that beautiful fluffing. But it took a while. It took a lot of effort to get it this way. And we still have a good bit of thin pieces that, let me not lose my end piece. I'm losing my end piece. We still have some thin pieces. If you look, it's almost like one side of the yarn is missing. So this is a personal project. I'm glad it's not a project that I'm using. I'm glad it's not a project that I'm using for a customer, because I definitely would not be pleased with it. However, even though it fluffed beautifully, I made the decision not to fluff all. So we still have 3 skeins left. I'm going to see how this yarn works as I get started before I fluff the last 3. And full transparency, even if this yarn works for the personal project, I'm not purchasing from this vendor again. Again, nothing against the vendor, because we understand that the vendor is getting from overseas. But I know how I like my yarn. I'm picky about it. So it's easier to go in the store and give back your products, or give back their products when it's like this, versus trying to deal with stuff through third party, right? Like, for me, it's not worth it. So we're gonna use what we have. We're gonna see how it turns out. And if it doesn't turn out well, then don't forget I do have backup yarn available. So I do have this blue, and I've got black, and I could just get get it locally from right here in Charleston, South Carolina. So I'm not totally disappointed, but I'm not totally thrilled at the same time, because I just want it to be fluffier. I'm a chunky chick who loves the chunky knit, and I want my stuff to look chunky. So that's it. Tomorrow morning, so what I'll do now is I'll get ready for bed. I'll go to bed early. It's now 11:39 p.m. I'm still getting to bed a lot earlier than I would have gotten if I was working. So, woo, yes. I'm going to get in bed early. I'm going to get up early and get started on this project, so I know what I'm looking at. All right? So, again, take a look. This is the blue. And we have the black out front that I showed you earlier. So, thank you for coming in and fluffing with me. It takes a lot of work, but if you prepare ahead of time, it'll be worth it when you get started. All right, guys, this has been about a total of 1 hour and 30 minutes of fluffing, and you're getting it in a matter of minutes. So I will see you guys when we start this project. This is Real Life with the Chunky Chick, and I am that chunky chick, and you are about to enter another chunky knit craze. I cannot wait to see how this turns out. I'll see you guys real soon.